All right, guys, it is Sunday morning. I don't even know what day it is anymore. We just kind of lost count. We're just making videos at this point, but we are riding high again on video games from the Goodwill Bins. So if you're into that, strap in, hit that sub button. Let me turn my wipers off so they're not making annoying noises. But yeah, that's where we're headed to right now for the first rotation of the morning, 10 o'clock rotation. Let's get into it. Guys, it is 9:46. Okay, we're gonna do a little experiment today. 9:46, we're 15 minutes early. If they let us in early today, I'm gonna be so surprised. Every time we're here early, they let us in either exactly at 10 o'clock or late, never early. When I'm early, they're never early. When I'm late, they're always early. We're gonna test this theory today. I'm gonna show you guys my phone time when we're walking in. I have not found a PSP game in the bins in a long time. We found Tiger Woods, which is okay, I guess. We also found this Dead Time Stories by George A. Romero, which is cool. I think it's sealed. It might not be. And then Just Dance 2 right there. It's just whatever. All right, is Wii Sports Resort in there? Yeah, nice. All right, it is. No manual. That's okay, though. Let me find a little Guitar Hero as well. I have never found this VHS here, and I am happy to have it. Creep Show is a classic. Let me know in the comments down below if you are a fan of this movie. All right, we have a couple things here. Another Wii Sports Resort, maybe, if we get lucky. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, come on, gloves. Hey, we're regular Wii Sports and the resort. Okay, wait, no. That's, God, I don't know what that is. Is that Mario Kart? No way. It's Mario Kart. Let's go, dude. This is a good double score right here. And we got Halo 5 on Xbox One. And it's in there? Dude, let's go, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Guitar Hero. Let's go. Okay. Cool. NBA 2K17. We don't need that. Alright. Let's go. This is the third day in a row that I've been so happy with media. I don't really care what happens the rest of the day. We're still going to peruse the GM here and see what we can come up with, but I don't think we're going to dig as hard as we usually dig, just like the last video. It's an old school paintball marker. I always wanted this Stingray marker whenever I was little and getting into paintball, but it's pretty intact. It still has a CO2 cartridge thing right there. The bolt seems free, so I think I'm gonna grab it. It's probably not worth it's probably not worth much, but this is cool to have. It's been a little minute since we've got a wire pile, but I saw Nintendo and I saw Sony, and I thought this was worth digging through and untangling for at least those two things. I think one is for a Nintendo. Oh no, this is for Virtual Boy. This is for Virtual Boy. Heck yeah. Okay, this is definitely worth untangling, man. But yeah, there was another Sony charger in there that looked good. I didn't mention this also, but I grabbed a couple Barney VHS. I think I'm just gonna lot some up together and sell them as a lot. Seems like a good idea. Oh, and Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is classic. We sold this in the bin, or in the booth as well. I need AC adapters for Wii, but I guess we'll take another AV cable. We have about 5 million right now in reserve, but yeah, I need power cord. This thing's from 2016, but it is pretty sick, dude. I mean, it makes noise. It's got Slimer on top who lights up. It's got the front headlights. I'm keeping this, guys. This thing is sick. Everyone, keep this Pentax camera in your thoughts because dude, this thing, the way that it's built, okay? The way that it's built and just the durability of this thing, you could tell, like, this is probably worth some money. Just because, again, these cameras are coming back and this one is like super well built. But yeah, that's rest in peace. So this brand, I'm gonna butcher the name. It's actually right there, Yupong I'm assuming that's what it is. I'm pretty sure I have sold a vintage hat with that brand on it before, but this Tahoe Beach and Ski Club, this is really good subject material for sure. It's not going to take too much cleaning, so I'm pretty happy about that. We also got a PGA hat as well. Feeling okay about that. Got this USS Bunker Hill, and it's actually made in California by the Corps, Santa Barbara. So like the fact that it had that little maker on it, I'm confident about this maker. So I don't know. I'm gonna do a basic cleaning on all of these and see how they turn out, and then go forth with more than that if they need it. I've been trying to limit my time on cleaning because that could be time listing or sourcing. I am crying on the inside right now. I don't have this TMNT VHS, and somebody decided to put some tape on there. Okay, all right. We'll have to do some surgery on it for sure, but I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to have it. Let's just put it that way. Okay, this is my shot in the dark of the day. Sealed, double VHS Titanic. It is factory sealed, as you can see there. Yeah, I'm feeling it. This could be money. I don't know. So on the Stingray paintball marker, we're looking pretty okay. I figured it would be about 20 to 30 bucks, but here's a 20 with 12. That was a 29, best offer accepted with 20 in shipping. That's also a different color. That looks like the clear one. There was 18 with 12, 32 with 16, and a 42 best offer accepted at 11. So yeah, I think a $20 to $25 bill with shipping. It is a little heavy, but I don't know. I just think it's really cool. It's a piece of paintball history. I used to be really into this sport when I was a teenager, so I think, you know, yes, this is an emotional buy, right? Like, I'm emotionally attached to this item. I probably shouldn't buy it because of the little bit of weight that it has. It's probably a good 5 pounds, but I like it. So we're donating all those back to the bin. The two things rather that I wanted to keep and look up was this old Sony AC adapter. I've been doing really well with Sony AC adapters lately. So, I mean, yeah, they're not huge money, but they're like good $10 items. And if we're making $10 net profit and we're selling a decent amount of stuff every day, that's good for me. And then also, of course, as you guys saw earlier, for Virtual Boy only, you'll love to see it. We'll look up comps for that real quick too. So there's always going to be third-party knockoffs for pretty much every AC adapter now, but there is one listed, OEM listed, for 45 with 5. Let's go ahead and see what the solds are like. If there's only one listed, that's crazy. So there was one OEM. Wait, that's for SNES though. Interesting. That one might not be OEM. I don't know. Okay, so that's other stuff. Yeah, really interesting. I think because there's only one other listed, we can just list for like $5 below what they listed for, and hope for the best. So that's what the end looks like there. Very similar to a regular Nintendo, but yeah. We'll go ahead and see what we can get out of this. Maybe 35, maybe 40. We'll see. So the sell-through rate on these particular Sony AC adapters is really good. Let's see. I'm just gonna run through 3 really quick. 17 free, 15 free, 12.50 free. And there's another one for 16 free. So yeah, we'll just toss it up for $14.95 or whatever and see what happens. Should be good. Also, if you guys are curious really quick why I never price out any of the hats that I get, there are just so many variations for most hats that it's hard to look up, and I'm running on a limited time here every morning that I am here. I like to get out of here no later than an hour, at least an hour sourcing, and then I might wait in line for 15 minutes. But anyway, I typically clean these hats really lightly. I don't go into like a crazy restoration on most of them. So I'll list them from anywhere between $13 and $16 free shipping. Especially if they're like kind of a more run-of-the-mill hat like this, like if it's a newer run-of-the-mill hat, you know, 13 to 16 bucks. I make net profit, you know, around 10 to 13, and that's okay for me. I mean, I put in minimal work. They're very easy to list and easy to ship. So if I can just make 10 bucks net on every one of these hats, like that's $30 easy money. Oh, let's not forget this one. I got an Illinois Department of Transportation. I don't know. I mean, high visibility stuff tends to do well, so I don't know. I like it. So this is actually one Guitar Hero game that we're actually going to sell by itself. It's one of the more valuable ones. It's complete at $16.95 per price charting. It doesn't have a manual in it, but I still think we can throw it up for, you know, 14 or 15 free shipping and be able to get a few bucks out of this for sure, because yeah, it's like the 2-disc version, so pretty cool. We're almost sorted out through most of our stuff. We're making a little keep pile here of just a couple things for the booth. We haven't looked up this Titanic VHS yet. We know we're keeping around for Rocky Horror. I don't even know if this is, yeah, that's not even in there, so we can put that back. Hip Hop Abs, brand new. I've sold this before. I don't know if it's on Vero now. If it is, let me know, guys. I think maybe all Beachbody products are on the Vero list now, but we'll double check. We know we're keeping Creep Show. We know we're keeping Turtles. And oh yeah, I don't think we mentioned this. We got a little mag off of a Fortnite Nerf gun. It does need a little cleaning, but since it's off of the Fortnite version of a Nerf gun, it's definitely worth keeping and definitely worth selling by itself. Also, I wanted to mention this little thing. I just picked it up in passing because I thought it looked interesting. It's called a Cube World Toner. Apparently, like, this is a whole thing. The sell-through rate for Cube World stuff is great, but you like connect them together like this, and they're little guys that like do stuff. I don't know. But there was a single one that sold for 22, a pair that sold for 35 with 5. Well, that's 22 with 5 actually. I don't know how to test this. I guess we could find out, but maybe it does take batteries. Maybe we just have to take that screw off. Either way, it's cool, and even if it's untested, I still think that we can net $10 profit off of this untested. So kind of cool little pickup. I guess be on the lookout for Cube World Toner stuff. I don't know. Cool. This was so disappointing, guys. This was so disappointing. I thought this was going to be way better, but this is just sort of sums it up right here. They're all brand new. Like, all of the sold comps that I've gone through have been 98% brand new, which is wild to me. But this just kind of sums it up in these 3 listings right here. It's $8.99 free ship. Same thing there, $9.99 free ship. By the time we pay for this, and by the time we pay for shipping, this thing is just not gonna be worth like a $4 bill. So we're saying goodbye to Titanic. Say goodbye, guys. So this is just a quick overview of what we got today. Honestly, I thought it was going to be more because of the paintball marker, but we only spent $11.95 today. Not bad. I think just in the games alone, I mean, we're doing really good. So we'll keep this train going. Okay, guys, we are back in the Dirty Dungeon today, and I just wanted to give you guys a little tour of what my listing area looks like. It is nothing too crazy, but I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of how I do my process. Maybe it helps you out. Maybe you can give me some tips. We are always welcoming the education on whatever. So just to start, the basis of this is exactly what it looks like. It is actually flooring. It's laminate flooring, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know exact terms, but yeah, it's like really basic tongue and groove flooring that you can get at any big box store. But we had some left over from the upstairs. That's where you might recognize it from. This is the floor that is in our living room and elsewhere. But they had some left over when I bought the house. And so what I did was I took a little piece of wood and I screwed it into this little piece, which then connected these 3 pieces, and this piece of wood just goes down and supports it on the main part of the desk. So the underneath this is literally just a very simple desk. I'm not going to show you guys because it's super dark under there, but it's like the most plain Jane desk you can possibly have. So there's basically screwed in a piece up here to support the top of it. And then this piece is actually loose. You can actually take this apart right now if you wanted to, but since I'm not doing anything crazy on this desk, I just leave it loose. I could screw it in, but it just doesn't need to be done. Yeah, so that's basically it for setting it up. I've seen other people do similar stuff, so that's kind of what inspired me to do it with this, and the fact that I had it readily available, so it was free basically. A couple chemicals that I keep around in the listing area is some isopropyl alcohol. This is 99%, so it evaporates quick and fast. Of course, probably everybody has some sort of Goo Gone or Goo Gone type of chemical that will help get the sticky stuff off, because sometimes isopropyl alcohol doesn't do the job all the way. Also have some Brasso. Every game collector, especially if you're a retro game collector, will have Brasso. This does wonders for contacts on older cart games. You just take a little Q-tip and you'll put some Brasso on there and scrub the contacts, and it'll bring the contacts back to life. This also obviously works on a bunch of other different metals: brass, copper, stainless, chrome, aluminum, pewter, bronze. This stuff is really versatile. I've used it on more than just video games for sure. Pair of scissors, of course, you gotta always have that. Paper towels, you know, that's just a staple. Always use that in conjunction with my isopropyl alcohol. If not, I'm using a microfiber towel. It just depends what I'm working on. So yeah. Usually I'll use Goo Gone with the paper towel as well, just so it doesn't muck up my microfiber towels. You guys have seen me use this before in previous episodes. This is just one of 3 of my shoe brushes. This just so happens to be the least aggressive brush. So like I can brush hats before I take pictures of them, or just whatever needs a simple brushing that isn't too abrasive. Toothbrush, pretty self-explanatory there. Again, just like little spots that need scrubbing. I also will use this in conjunction with either the Goo Gone or the isopropyl alcohol for like really stuck on stickers. I'll just scrub the Goo Gone in, and it kind of helps, you know, set it into whatever sticker that's being a butthead. This little guy came in a kit with this, actually. I bought a kit that had tri-wing screwdrivers, and those are specific for Nintendo related products because they use a Y-shaped head. This is not a tri-wing. This is actually just a regular Phillips, but the other tri-wing looks like this, and it all came in a kit for like 12 bucks on Amazon. But this little tool, this little pry tool, has been a freaking blessing. I use this all the time to like get, you know, stickers and stuff off and stuff like that. So it is really nice to have. I'm sure you could find like a set like this, like a little small scraper set on Amazon or something. I don't know, but came with the kit. This also came with the kit. These you can find individually. These are called detail brushes, and basically you'll find these like mostly for not car detailing, but car detailers do use a similar brush. But this is amazing for like little minute spots where like dust and stuff can be hiding, and you can just kind of scoop it out and kind of do whatever you need to. This thing is awesome. I use this thing a lot. A pen, I don't know why that's there, probably to take notes on something. A bigger screwdriver and a small screwdriver, so you have the full gamut of Phillips head screwdrivers. I rarely use flatheads, but they're around. Also, I have no idea why these caps are here. I think it's because I have a sealed cap gun that I need to sell, and it's upstairs, and I keep forgetting to bring it down here. So that's that. Also, just some quick stuff over here. Some batteries, a micro cassette. I don't know why that's there. A DS to test some stuff. A lint roller to get hair off as well. If the brush doesn't work, I'll go ahead and use the lint roller, and then you'll just see, like, you know, my magic erasers. There's head. We use head to put hats on. Oh, and of course, you know, I just mentioned this last episode, but the Totally Awesome is up there as well. If you guys are wondering about my lighting, literally just one of these plain Jane workshop lights with a cool blue bulb in it is what I use on this side. I mean, these can be found for less than 10 bucks. You can probably find them in the thrift. They just have a little clamp. It's as simple as you can get. I tried to keep this setup as cheap as possible. I didn't want to buy all the fancy lights and stuff, but you know. And then I have my ring light, which I do take this down from time to time. It's just sitting on a nail, but it just is perfect because I can take it up and, you know, off and on easily. And that's my other light that shines down onto my listing area. And we'll go through and list a couple things and kind of give you a recap of what I do. Maybe it'll give you some pointers. Okay, so we're going to start off with some games that we found today, actually, just so everything is fresh in mind. And we're going to go through and just kind of measure out, you know, what I do list, what I need to do for the listing, and so on and so forth. So, like, of course, I'm just going to take a rough look at the case and case art look good. So that's always a good thing. This does not have a manual. You'll want to note that. Obviously, you want to know the game is correct. Yes, this is Wii Sports Resort. Now, when we come to a disc that looks like this, you know, there might be some people that just say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to sell this as is and just make a note of it. Some sellers don't even make a note of how bad a disc is, but we are not those people. We're actually going to take the time. That one right there worries me, but anyway, we're going to take the time to get this resurfaced. Usually it's $3 a disc, so it's actually worth the time because we're already going to go down there anyway and probably buy some games from our favorite game store, Trading Games, here in St. Louis. So that is just an example of what I would not list right off the bat. Now, moving on to another copy of Wii Sports Resort, or what I thought was, I got really confused. And when I opened this up, I was like, oh, Wii Sports Resort. It's actually Wii Sports. And again, another solid game that we have sold before. This one is not too bad. You can still see some scratches in there. But I would kind of teeter on this a little bit. And since we have some Wiis that we need to test anyway, I'll probably make this my test disc. And then that way I feel good about listing this and sending it on its way. Obviously, we're going to sell this as disc only. So let's pull out. Come on. This thing was giving me trouble earlier too. Okay, now this Mario Kart is sort of in the same spot. A little bit worse, actually. Not as bad as the first Wii Sports Resort, but definitely I would probably get this resurfaced. Especially because Mario Kart Wii carries a little bit more value, especially more than Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort. So we'll go ahead and get this one resurfaced just to be safe. I would say this one is definitely on the edge of being listable. So definitely not as bad, but definitely worth getting resurfaced. So we'll take those at some point, but we can keep this as our test disc, and we'll go over this in a second. We'll test a couple Wiis, and then we'll go from there. But we'll talk about how we list these guys right here. So fortunately, these discs both look really just unused, like completely unused. I mean, these things are super, super clean. The only thing holding this listing back from getting its full potential and value is not having a manual, but we're not going to let that scare us. We're going to go ahead and list this thing. So I'll kind of run you guys over what I do, and you'll kind of see it from two perspectives. I'll put the perspective of the phone up, and then also from the GoPro as well. Okay, so as you guys saw, I take the main picture with the case and the 2 discs as my main photo, or whatever is contained. If it's got manuals, I'll put the manuals out. Just basically everything that's contained within the box. Don't just take a picture of the game like this. It makes more sense to show everything at once. But once I do that, before I take pictures of the back of the discs, I will also lay out the manuals, take a picture of the front of the manual, the back of the manual, and a page inside the manual just to show that it is clean or whatever condition that it's in. This obviously, you know, has 2 discs, so you have to take 2 different pictures, even though the discs are in really similar condition. But that's important. And I also like to note that if like there's any flaws in the case, so like this case has like this little bit of like cruddiness right here, so we'll go ahead and we'll just take a quick picture of that to show that. And then also on the back, I noticed just a little bit of water damage, and we'll go ahead and take a little quick picture of that. And then yeah, we're good to go. We're good to do our listing now. And listen, if you guys want me to do like a full-fledged like A to Z how to list stuff, I can, for you guys that are super new, but I don't think we're gonna go into how I do my eBay listings through and through today. I just want to show you guys how I process items and get their pictures done. So on something like the paintball marker, I'm just gonna go through and check the general condition, note anything that's wrong with it. Obviously make sure it functions. So like this thing, if we pull that all the way back, you guys aren't going to be able to see it, but you'll see the bolt is no longer in there, so it'll allow a paintball to feed into the top. If we take the safety off, it does actuate correctly. I'm probably not going to clean this up, to be completely honest with you guys. I'll probably just sell it as is and let the owner either play with it, you know, they're going to go out and play paintball with it, or they're going to clean it up and put it in their collection themselves. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and like set that up like that, take my pictures, and it'll be good to go like the rest of the stuff. Also, if you guys are curious, my goal for every day is to list 7 items. I think that's going to go up soon because, as you guys can see, there's a lot of stock behind me. And granted, some of the stuff is for the booth. I would say the majority of the stuff behind me is for the booth. I usually like to make a little pile or 2 to work out of, to list out of. But a lot of that stuff is like either in progress stuff that we haven't messed with. It's stuff that needs to be redonated. It's stuff that needs to go into the booth. We just don't have room. So we are in need of a really big reorganizing of all this stuff behind me. And that will probably make my listing pile probably go up because I'll have everything sorted out. And that'll make my life a little bit easier because I'll see exactly what is in progress. Like if I need to fix something on an item that's worth fixing, I'll do that. How much I have to list. So like maybe I'll say like, oh, if I have a bunch, like I'm going to start listing 10 a day. Or if I have less, I'll just go back down to, I think 7 is like the bare minimum for me right now as a reseller. It varies for other people. Some people do upwards of 14 to 20 a day or whatever. It also depends on what you list too. You know, I like to be very thorough about my stuff. Some people just kind of list stuff as it is. So my listing is a little bit slower. I'm still pretty quick in how I work on my phone and stuff like that. But otherwise, that is my goal. If you guys would like to know anything more about the process, or actually, like I said, have me go through A to Z what I do to list an item, I can absolutely make a video like that. But otherwise, guys, be sure to check out the remaining videos for this series. I don't even know what day we're on anymore. It's going to be like 20 more videos. I don't know, whatever it may be. We're just grinding it out and showing you guys every day what goes on. But be sure to stay tuned for the cleansing of this pile behind me. It's probably going to be very satisfying to see. And with that being said, we'll see you guys later on the next one. I'm going to go ahead and work on these items.